Welcome today to the session on engagement scores and profile scoring in Vtiger CRM. So let me start with the profile scoring features and functionalities in Vtiger CRM. So one of the advantage of using profile scoring is you can actually rate your contacts or organization based on certain parameters. Then you'll know which are your high profile customers and your high profile contacts, and you can give more focus on them. Second, on the engagement score, the advantage of this feature is you will know what is the level of engagement you and your team are having with particular contacts. So where the engagement is less, the engagement score is less. Where the engagement is more, the engagement score is more. So what is the advantage? You will know that you need to spend more time with the contacts where your engagement scores are less. So remember, fortune is in the follow up. So if you follow up on those engagement scores where are less, you would see that you'd convert a fortune out of those contacts. So now let's begin with profile scoring with organization. So when you set up the profile scoring, there are different parameters which already by default Vtiger has set. So if you see over here, the profile scoring in organization is working on employees, annual revenue, industry, and region. So based on the pick list value what you select, there's an amount of score which is put. Now you can change these scores as you feel deemed necessary. You can also remove these parameters and add more parameters which you want, or have the appropriate one which you really require. So now if you see in this example, we have four different pick list, and since we have four, these scores whatever is put over here, you can say it is multiplied by 25% more to get your 100 scorings. And here you also noticed the 100 score is 5 rating and 30 is 1 rating, and anything below that is there's no star. All right. Now let's take an example of Rixings Incorporation. Now if you see, the profile rating is 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit and I'm going to add some values. So let's say we'll put number of employees 100, and then what is the other? Okay, region is APAC, and then industry. Yeah, so industry I'll select into consulting. Typically Rexing into IT consulting and CRM. Now let me see how the score is working. So if you notice over here, if I go to the profile scoring, here for an employee of 100, you get 4 score, which you have to be multiplied by 2.5 because you have 4 different pick list over here. And then for industry on consulting, I think you have 7. Yeah, and for region if it's APAC it's 9. So now let me show you the spreadsheet. So 479 multiplied by 2.5, you get this, and the score is 50. So for a score of 50, what should be your profile rating? Yes, so it should be 2 star, because anything which is between 40 to 59 is 2, anything which is 30 to 39, that is 1, anything which is less than 30, 0 to 29 is no star. So now when we save this, what do you think should be the star? Yes, it should be 2 stars. Let's see if that's coming up. There you go. So you have these 2 stars. Now the same thing applies for contacts as well. So now let me go into the contact profile scoring settings. So if I scroll up, I can go into contact. Here also the same logic applies. You can select any field that you feel appropriate and bring it over here. By default, Vtiger has put job title, lead source as the parameters for your profile scoring. So if someone has a VP kind of a title, he gets 8, and anything of this, these are the scores. And since you have only two fields over here, so I multiplied by 50%. All right. So now let me put a designation of vice president, which is 8. So 8 5 is 40. So 40 would be 2 stars. All right. So now let me edit this particular contact, Mr. Rangarajan, and I'll put a designation of VP, which will give 40 score. 40 score means 2 stars. So if I say it takes the 2 stars, and you would see, yes, there you go, you have these 2 starring. So this profile rating can also be put in a list view, where you can see it in a list view what is the profile rating, and thereby you know who are the contacts or the organization which you need to really take care very well based on the profile rating. Now that is one. The next one we're talking about is the engagement score. So now here let me take an example of one of our account manager. He uses this dashboard on a daily basis, and this is what he sees. So he has close to around 1500 to 2000 contacts in his list, and this is how he manages his engagement scores. So if you see, there are many of them having good amount of engagement scores, but there are few which is at 10 engagement scores. So he knows that these are the contexts which he really needs to focus more on building his engagement. Now, how this engagement works? So, at the moment, it works based only on the emails. So, when you send an email and when your contact opens the email or clicks on the email or replies to email, every time a score is added, and that's how this engagement score comes. So, now why this is useful for your salespeople and for your organization is you will know which are the contacts which are not being engaged well, and this is one of the major challenges everywhere. You have enough contacts, but they're not being able to convert as contracts. So this will help you to see how you can improve your engagements. Now, when you click on this, it takes to you a report where it shows you specifically these are the contacts which has 10 kind of a engagement score. You can see that. So that's how our account managers or our organization, we check which has less engagement and try to see how we can build more engagement with these contacts. All right. Now let me show you how the engagement score is working with this one contact called Rangarajan. So if you see over here, the engagement score in this contact is 31. Now how this 31 has come is you can see over here. So these are the emails which has been sent, the emails which is replied by Rangarajan, the emails which he has clicked. All these things has helped get the score. So that's about today's demo on profile scoring and engagement score. Remember, fortune is in the follow-up. Happy CRMing.